Hi, welcome to the third lesson. The way you'll be doing country conditions research, if you follow this training, is through a method that I've developed and that I call the ACT FAST method. And I just want to briefly introduce you to what ACT FAST stands for. So what is the ACT FAST method? ACT FAST is an acronym, so each word stands for a specific step of the method I'm going to teach you. And the steps are initially meant to be followed in this order, but in practice, once you get it down, you'll discover that you can cover several steps at once, and you can even play around with the steps. As long as you take all the steps and you do it right, in the end, it doesn't really matter if it's in this logical sequence that I'm presenting them in. And as you get better at it, you'll often be able to do several steps at once, and you won't often even have to think about them consciously. So what does ACT stand for? A stands for ask the right questions. And this is really the non-negotiable way to start researching country conditions for any given case. C stands for identifying and collecting key types of sources. This is a step for knowing where and how to find your sources and collect them to be able to answer your questions. T stands for triangulate the claims of persecution. This step allows you to see the big picture of persecution, which in turn will allow you to get most out of the smaller picture, the specific background, experiences, and claims of an applicant. And most importantly, triangulation allows you to really show that no matter how you frame it, from which angle, from which source, persecution isn't an accident or a one-time spontaneous occurrence, but rather embedded in patterns or socio-political processes. So that's ACT. What does FAST stand for? The F stands for find relevant information in the sources to answer the questions. A stands for analyze relevant information in the sources to answer the questions. S stands for select relevant information in the sources to answer the questions. And T finally stands for translate relevant information in the sources to answer the questions. And that's FAST. And this is just to get this acronym ACT FAST in your head. I'm hoping it'll be useful for your memory. So when you're doing your research, you always want to ask yourself, do I act fast? Did I act fast? But this is really it. This is what the method is all about if you want to work like an expert. Next, I'm going to go over all these steps one by one. I'll go over what they mean and how you go about with them, and I'll show you how you can apply them in a real case scenario. So you can now move on to the next lesson.